back to my exocraft technician. I envy you, traveler, to see the words of Nal themselves. Gra! With this discovery you have vindicated the actions of 1,000 martyrs, traveler. You deserve your reward. You deserve the Colossus, the largest exocraft in my arsenal. Use it and strike terror upon our enemies. The Viking believed that their ancestor Herc received wisdom from a great monolith, initiating a war against the Sentinels and slaying Nal the Objector. The monolith I discovered proves that this history is a lie. Nal was honored with a vision while Herc had been met with only silence, and in their jealousy, Herc murdered Nal. Yet I am left with questions. I am left thinking of the creature I felt watching me. I am left with dread. The technician offers me the Colossus geobase schematic. Well, I'll take that. The technician passes me the schematic. As they do, their eyes beam with pride and sadness. And I can't construct it because I'm out of paraffinium. I have transmitted Nal's testament to my brethren, traveler. What you have learned this day will spread amongst the Viking. It will change our people for the better. Blah. And if violence is required for change, so be it. I wish that weren't true, but it is sometimes. As for you, you are not as pathetic as I once believed. You are no longer an interloper. You are one of us now until the end of time itself, enthroned in the glory of the Colossus. The technician waits anxiously to see my Colossus exocraft in its full glory. I wonder as they begin to forge and upgrade for my exocraft mining layers, they're surrounded by schematics and charts. Well, I'll build the thing. I need to get my hands on some paraffinium first, though. The Colossus is a fine craft. They say Herc and Nal ruled one together before their end. Does he want me to... Okay, no. Yeah, I actually do have to build the Colossus Geobay. So, what I'm going to have to do is this. First, I need to find a planet that has paraffinium in it. A known planet. Ah, here we go. Source Info 10. Ontology. That was another planet. And this time I can actually get there. You know, after this whole technician exocraft arc, I might do some missions for the Gek, because I really don't know them as well as I should. I mean, law of averages is that I should have discovered a Gek system. Yeah, here we go. I should have discovered a Gek system, like, not so very long after I discovered the Viking and the Korvax systems. But for some bizarre reason, it took me relatively long time to encounter the Gek. I mean, what exactly are the odds of that? This is a real familiar planet to me. Holds a lot of significance. I wonder, can I get some copper here too? So let's see. Clam, Technology module. I'll need those again. Don't get me wrong. I'll be constantly looking for buried tech. Are there just no deposits of any kind around here? I can't possibly have mined them all out. Oh, it's right there. I don't get it. There's like no deposits around here. Cave for me to hide in. There we go. Well, since I'm down here, maybe I can scan things without having to worry about any sense. There's no deposits of any kind here? Do they just not exist on this planet for some reason? Is it because of of how I came here? I get that I was sort of plunked down by, I think, the Atlas after encountering it. But that shouldn't have any bearing on whether or not there are deposits present. What's this? Oh, that's the last species. This is gonna sound kind of weird, but I'm gonna go back in my ship and drift a bit and look for paraffinium deposits. Like, see if I can spot them from the air. Blow me down, is this planet full of surprises? These are floating crystals. They're worth 2 stars. Seem to be hovering over the air. There seems to be a goodish amount of them. By the way, I was able to find some paraffinium, some copper, so I'll get right on those exocraft upgrades, build the Colossus. What does it matter? Yeah. Stay out of sight of these guys. Oh. I don't know, maybe if I dug myself a nice hole and find my mining beam from there, then the Sentinel wouldn't see me. Okay, so at some eventual point, I may have to engage the Sentinels all the way up to the maximum amount I can. I don't know how many of you have noticed this, but there are 5, ooh, well, big sodium deposit. There are 5 levels of, shall we say, engagement for Sentinels. I have covered 3 of those. The first 2 don't involve anything special, like the first one is just a couple of Sentinels. The second has that pointy one that seems to bring more of them. I think that's the second level. Maybe they're present in the first. The third has what they call a quad, you know, the one that looks sort of like a dog. The fourth, however, the fourth and fifth, I'm not exactly sure what's in them. But if you looked over, I don't know whether you noticed this, but one of the freighter upgrades that I was looking at has it requires something called a walker brain. And if I remember correctly, a walker is a kind of sentinel that we have not encountered yet. Where it is, I don't know. I think that's all of them. So I'm gonna get out of the sentinel get away from the sentinel before it starts shooting at me. Yeah, it's not going to, as long as I keep my nose relatively clean. Yeah, I need pure ferrite too. And I need big dihydrogen crystals just for the sake of having them. And I need language lessons. There's a knowledge stone up ahead. Yeah, I need a lot. And I need a solar mirror. As a way of getting blueprints, there's a couple of ways of getting blueprints. This time I'd like to send my crew out on a nice mission. I may not be able to check back with them until... What is this? Meteor showers? Okay, I'm gonna head back into my... Oh boy. Oh, brother. Alright, the sooner I get into my ship and away from these falling meteors, the better. This is like 2 storms happening one on top of the other right now. If I get smacked by a meteor, suffice to say, I'm not exactly going to be pleased. I mean, does getting hit by one of those straight up kill you? Ah, oh boy. Whew, mop my brow. Alright. As I was saying before that meteor shower hit and the other storm hit, I am going to head to... Actually, no, I'm not going to head to the anomaly. You never really head to the anomaly. You just bring it to you. Like that. But there's a thing I want to do there. You see, my luck raiding manufacturing facilities and such has been mixed. For the core of Acts 1, for example, I ended up really boning myself. And for... oh, what do you call it? I think there was a Viking one where I actually did manage to get my hands on it. So yeah, if you're willing to risk failure and having to look for another another manufacturing station or something like that, so and if you're willing to risk losing standing with aliens as opposed to gaining it, then yeah, I suppose I could start checking manufacturing facilities and such for blueprints. I mean, it does help your standing to do so. It, they are riddles, but there's another way to do it if you don't want to risk anything. You don't want to risk it for a biscuit, if you'll excuse the expression. This is not it. One of these terminals, I think it's on the other side actually. Yeah, it's this terminal, the synthesis laboratory. Instead of having to solve riddles, you can buy the plans for something here. Now, I need a mind control device, more than I'm willing to risk losing standing, but here, I mean, yeah, I could buy my way through all this, but I could also, theoretically, ask my scientist. There's another thing I want to do, and I don't know whether I can do it here. Okay, I'd rather not do this either. But you can do something like this on space stations, where you can upgrade your multi-tool. I could get an exosuit up. Let me see if I still have that. Exoscrewed expansion unit. Yeah, that. I finally figured out how to actually use one of those. You see, oh no, too expensive. First thing you have to do is purchase the existing exosuit inventory where very much available. This isn't really something I agree with. They really ought to fix this. But after you've done that, if you have an exosuit expansion unit like I do, you can go back in there again and use it. You know how this cost 125,000 units? Well, voila, I just saved some money. I can also bring this here whenever I get more exosuit expansion units. So now I know how to construct a solar mirror. I need that. And here's why. You just hop aboard my freighter, which, if I remember correctly, is still in my home planet system. Yeah, this does count as one of my bases. Okay, so I'm going back aboard the... Wait. One thing I gotta do first. Why am I so insistent to get back aboard, to get the solar mirror, like so, and to get to where my ferry? It's because I need this thing, a mind control device. You know how badly my my crew did on that one mission? Well, I wasn't exactly pleased with them, but at the same time, it wasn't a very easy. It was an equal difficulty mission to them. So, I want to tip the scales a little bit in their favor. And to do this, I've built me a nice mind control device. Usable on one expedition. I mean, if they finish the mission and they say, oh, I sold this at a small loss, oh, I sold that at a small loss, oh, I mistook like a Corvax for a space heater, blah, 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 I am going to be terribly disappointed. I'm going to be kind of cheesed at them, too. Why? Because I gave them a mind control device and apparently they didn't know how to use it. But I'm willing to take odds that this won't happen. Now, I need a map for this place, you know? A nice map. Alright, where's the director of that one expedition? I can't remember his name exactly. Got his desk here. Actually, no, these Gek aren't him and her, they're them. It can be kind of hard to get used to sometimes. If you're used to... Who are you and what are you doing here? The Viking crew member looks me over with thinly veiled contempt. The sense that I am not a born freighter dweller like themselves, and are suspicious of my soft planetary background. Okay, so he isn't doing anything nefarious. Ah, director. Is there a way I can... I guess you don't do that here. What I'm trying to do right now is send my one freighter on a mission, but I also want to use that mind control device. This is a short one. Okay, here. Trade focus. What's this here? Can I? Apparently not. How do I, Wait, is my fleet rating really too low? I don't get this. So I don't know how would I refuel these things? We have more for your fuel. Okay, so it looks like I guess I can launch this expedition. Let me just hop on over to my command terminal. Whichever one of those that is. Didn't I... How do I assign something to a mission if I don't... if I can't assign something to a mission? What? Okay, so presumably the ship I just sent on the mission is already there. They have a nice mind control device. I'm hoping that this helps. I mean, maybe I'm a hair cynical about it too, because I don't know. Honestly, I'm guessing that mind control device is going to help. I mean, it'll do better than a couple of convergence cubes. At the same time, I do need more freighters to recruit. But as long as now that I'm in my home system, I'm going to touch down here and build the Colossus. And maybe if there are any more time-limited missions, I'm going to actually use my exocraft for them instead of my ship. I mean, I keep misguessing how much time I do and don't have as far as exocrafts are concerned. As far as how much time. I mean, if you look at this terrain, it's kind of rough. I'll probably be using exocraft if I can summon them on other planets, though. The technician could have departed upon my discovery of the monolith. Their heresy is now truth, and although there are those among the Vicuna who will still pursue them, the closest of now will find themselves with new power in this galaxy. Yet the technician has remained, promising to assist me as I assisted them, until such time as I no longer require their services. Thank you very much. Draw, do not think it is an honor to serve at your side. And yes, I will get that Colossus Bay built. I'm just too absent-minded for my own good. Yeah, I totally forgot to build that thing. Where am I going to put it? Let's see. Can I really not see either of my other two? How about I get on the roof here? Okay, maybe a place right up next to my Nomad. I need 4 ion batteries and 5 metal platings. Oops. One of them is escape, the other one's tab. I ought to stow all my gold and my uranium in the same spot. That's my silver too. Do I have any on board? Yeah, I do. Alright. Where'd I get it? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And there it is. Yeah, this is like the M1 Abrams of the exocrafts. I don't think I'm going to be using it much, though. I don't think I need a vehicle that giant to... Who knows? Anyway, wait a minute. One thing I gotta check. Do I have any... upgrades? I still need to build mounted cannon. And now that I got the copper to do it, bada bing, bada boom. One mounted cannon. Voila. So, back with Officer Accuracy. Have you constructed the Colossus Geobay? Have you struck terror into the hearts of all those who oppose you? Well, I've built the Geobay, but I have a different means of striking terror. But I built the Geobay. Gra, Campherlance, you must strike terror if you are to succeed in life, traveler. You will subjugate this world with the power of the Colossus. Here is an exocraft vehicle laser to upgrade to assist with this task. Oh, and I got the stuff for it too. I have almost exhausted the limits of my work, but soon you shall have mastery of this planet's signals and the speed with which to reach any threat. I require only sufficient nanoclusters to build the final blueprints. The employment has been one of glory. The technician requires more nanoclusters to create an upgrade for my exocraft radar. Something is wrong. Some time ago I saw the Viking with an image of their family before they performed some ritual to cleanse such attachments from their mind. As I approach now, I see that same image. The technician stares at it, blinking for a few moments with an empty expression. When they notice me, they remove the photograph from the display. We don't speak of it again. I do not wish to awaken their pain. They desire only nanoclusters, not my sympathy. Well, sure. As I said before, be careful in those abandoned buildings, traveler. Do not lose yourself in the hunt. I forget how many abandoned buildings I've... Huh. Okay, so let me just double check this. But yeah, apparently I still have enough nanite clusters. Or maybe I've discovered 2 abandoned buildings on this planet, or more than that. Either way, do you have the nanite clusters? Give them to me, please. The technician's hands shake. It is then that I notice the blueprint is already awaiting on the technician's terminal. They require those nanoclusters for some alternative purpose. They are desperate for the substance, refusing to hand over the blueprints without them. Well, here you go anyway, but I'm here concerned. The Viking takes them greedily, turning to imbibe them. Whatever effect this matter has upon the alien, it appears to calm their movements considerably. Sated, they offer me the blueprints. I need more ion batteries. The nanite clusters. Their purpose is commonly misunderstood. They form the backbone of much technology, but they are not just machines. They can alter hearts, alter minds, even allow us to forget that which we cannot bear. The technician is a final reward. An acceleration module upgrade for my Nomad aircraft once I've constructed its Geobay. Certainly. Good. Let me know when the Nomad Geobay is built. I cannot wait to witness its glory. Well, so the Nomad Geobay has already been built. But let me see. I'll put one of these in my main exocraft. I don't want to start from I don't want to start from 0 here with the Nomad. I may upgrade it later, but for now, I'm building on what I've already upgraded. Is it my imagination or... There we go. There we go. So now that I've got all these, I wonder, is there going to be another timed mission? Definitely going to use my my roamer for this. No ship. Our work is almost concluded, but every end is a beginning. I am too weak to travel as I once did, too tired to continue my pilgrimage. With your leave, I shall remain here to stand by your side against our enemies. Draw! Woe betide those who would transgress against us. The technician offers me the final acceleration module update. Well, I need all these I can get. It has been a pleasure working with you, traveler. Return when you are ready. I have a proposition for you, a lucrative and repeatable venture. Repeatable, you say? Traveler, I have detected a location of monetary interest. Go to my own control of your exocraft. Track the signal down before it disappears, so we may siphon its units. The technician has hacked a terminal to siphon its units. If I get to the location fast enough, I will be able to transfer the units to my account. They spend their days doing this now, tending to the exocraft and drawing data from the interplanetary networks. Sometimes I see them walking out onto the planet itself to explore, but such times are rare. The technician is content with this retirement, engaging in fugitive activity for the pleasure of the chase, no longer or for the necessity of survival. It is a game we can repeat. One last heist after one last heist. Alright, I'll go. And you don't have to tell me twice. Alright. So, let's hop in here. What? Is there just... I was gonna do this. Maybe I can't now? Oh, wait a minute. It just came up. Alright. Well, this is interesting. The terminal whirs into action, hitting out a route in its confusion, siphoning funds from the intergalactic transaction directly into my account. Yoink. As I go, I think to myself how glad I am that my technician can hack these networks. They claim they can do this 1,000 times and not be caught by any authorities. I hope that my fugitive friend is right. Okay, so let's go over what just happened here. I fell into the same cave like multiple times. I ran out of fuel and had to refuel. The terrain was incredibly rough. Where? It was rougher than 50 grain sandpaper. Yeah, I'm sure those of you who've worked in industrial arts know what I'm talking about. And yet, despite everything working against me, I was still able to get to this building within the time limit. You know, since this is an abandoned building, I think there's like a continuous story that goes on here. Like the... Okay, I guess I must have already extracted that part of the story, but there was like this story about a somebody who befriends a sentinel. Names something started with L. All right.